design board. When you go to canva.com, you are going to be inundated with a lot of stuff, so don't get super overwhelmed. This is where we're going to decide what we are going to create, and I'm going to just show you how to create a custom size. So at the time, this is what it looks like. There's all these options, but right here is where you're going to click custom size. And this is where you're going to put in your dimensions by pixels. If you don't want to do pixels, you can change this to inches, millimeters, or centimeters. I am in America, so I'm going to go with inches. Then it also has, it will have recently used. This is not the most common, but this is what I typically set my canvases up for. If you're working off of a template, it will be the size that the template needs to be. 1500 by 1500 pixels is usually what I go for when I'm doing an Instagram square or just a nice size graphic that I don't need to scale super large. And then I use 11 by 8.5 and 8.5 by 11 often because I do printables, and that's the standard for printable pages. So this one's portrait, this one's landscape. So let's say I was doing a super long banner and I needed it to be 920 pixels by, which that just converted the inches. So 920 pixels by like 100 pixels in height. Actually, what I'm setting up right now is a design with me board. So you guys will see this board on all of my Canva videos, and I'm just going to work off of this same exact board. So I think I'm going to go with a nice square. So I'm going to do 1500 by 1500 pixels, which is what is my normal, but I'm going to just show you how to set it up here. I would do 1500 times 1500 pixels, not inches. And then you'll see things that suggest what those are. So this is like a Facebook profile frame. 1500 is a good size. We can go into pixels and all of that if you want, but for Canva's sake, I'm just going to keep it simple. Then we're just going to create a new design. This is going to set you up with one artboard. And if you want to create multiple artboards, you would add a page. You can also duplicate pages, which works really great when you've got a great design going and you want to work on it from there. Once you have more than one artboard, you can then title the artboards. So I will title those as I go. This is super helpful for when you export your designs. It will export with the title of your artboard. So I highly suggest keeping your titles up to date. And then also up here is where you will title the entire package of what you are designing. If you do not name each artboard, it will just automatically name it number one, and it'll name it whatever you name up here. So this is going to be my Canva Monday series demo boards, and that's what I'm going to keep that set as. And here would be something like, say I'm doing like a Instagram post for a brand. Say I was doing soda brand, which I don't ever do, but I would do, like Ollie pop cover photo. So just name your files. This is a good habit to get into before you even start an artboard. It'll also help you find your artboards when you have hundreds like I do. And now I'm going back and trying to find things that I've left untitled, which is kind of a headache. So my biggest tip, name them, learn how to size them. If all else fails, start with a square. We can also resize these if we need to. So if you get in trouble because you're like, oh my gosh, I totally didn't size it correctly, we can change this. We can also copy and resize. So let's say I want to make a YouTube thumbnail off of this. I can copy and resize it, which will start a whole new artboard, or I can just resize this design. So if you accidentally size your design incorrectly, we can change it later, which is a great feature. So much harder to do in things like Photoshop. So get used to this, and that's how you create an artboard in Canva.